welcome to the Wayfaring Panda. I'm Annette. Today I'm participating in a YouTube hop called Paw Your Way Into Our Hearts. We scrapbook our fur babies. So I'm going to be scrapbooking my sister's first dog that she got back in 1987 because I bought her a photo album and she doesn't do scrapbooking, but I'm doing it for her. And so I thought I'd start with our first dog before I start adding our current dog. So I cut this paper about a third of the 2/3, I think. Not quite. Anyway, I'm going to use this paper and it coordinates. I thought that'd be great. In the photos I have of our dog when actually it was my sister's dog, but I was watching her. And she has a red sweater on. It wasn't snowing, so I'm not trying to do the snow theme, but I wanted to use the red and kind of wintry because it's obviously winter since she's wearing a coat. I'm just going to use some double-sided tape for this, and I will speed up the video so you don't have to watch me putting tape on really slow. And this paper came, I believe, from Echo Park. Here's the branding strip. It's Echo Park Snowy Stripe. It's from A Perfect Winter. But this is really old. In fact, I'm just now getting to the end of it, so I'm kind of trying to use up the last of it. So I have only enough to do a few more layouts with this. Sometimes I use this type of tape and sometimes I use my ATG gun. So if you get paper that has double-sided, a lot of times they're coordinating, or if it's in a pack like this one was, then of course they'd be coordinating. So then it's easy to cut it in half however you want, or a third. And then flip it over and you have coordinating paper. At least with it being a white background, you can't tell it's not quite to the edge. And if you have trouble getting it lined up straight, I'm going to do something else that will help with that. Kind of cover it up. And also, I don't know if my trimmer trims always straight. We use a old guillotine style trimmer a lot of times, and it doesn't seem to always cut straight. I don't know why. Now I just realized I forgot to flip this one over. Okay. Guess I'll save this for another time and I'll go cut me another piece. Luckily, I had 2 of these. This time we're going to put it on the dotted side, so I have the striped side left. Okay, here's my trick if this wasn't covering completely, but also I don't like the seam showing. So I like to put something there. And my collection has, you can see I've used most of the stickers. I have this border that we can use. So, just going to put this on here. And then I kind of wanted, this came from Echo Park. These come from Creative Memories, but the paper I'm going to use comes from Creative Memories. So I think these Cranberry stickers kind of go with it. So I just want to bring in this red. So I'm kind of focusing on this kind of turquoise color and the red, which I really kind of like for Christmas. But it's also not really Christmassy color, so we can get away with this because I don't think this was at Christmas time because the grass is green in the pictures. So I'm thinking it was when my sister was gone because probably I took the pictures. And back then, this was before, you had digital pictures, so you didn't take tons of pictures back then because you had to get them developed and you had a roll, so we didn't take lots. So here's the ones I had. She's really small on these, so that's why I trimmed her down. They were like 4x6 or 3x5 or something like that. So, okay, so there's one with the grass. So this is our backyard. And apparently had a temporary fence. We put that, I guess, so we could have the dog not run off. And then we had a swimming pool in the backyard, so we fenced off some of the yard for her. That's where the swimming pool would have been, just over here. And actually, this dog fell in the swimming pool several times. Especially, it was really yucky back when it had tadpoles and stuff in it. My dad had to get her out. It was quite funny. Anyway, it wasn't funny at the time because you're like, oh man, the dog's in the pool and it's cold. And anyway, she would run around the pool so fast she slipped in. I think she only did it a couple times and she finally figured out not to do that. Okay, so we're going to put these. And then from the collection, I also have these cut-aparts, and I did my journaling on those. And so on the journaling, I just said that Scamp was Suzette's first dog. We'd had a dog before that, but we got it when we were in kindergarten, so it was not my dog, it was my dad's dog. That dog passed away when we were in college. So, 1987 was my sister was doing her internship after getting her bachelor's degree. And so she purchased the dog while she was during that internship. So I'd seen the dog when I was doing my internship too in another town. So I only saw her a couple times when she was really tiny and came back. So anyway, the story was, I think I was home for that. So I was kind of glad I left because I came home for the weekend and my sister brought home this puppy from the pet store. She bought it in summer of 1987 at our Crestwood Plaza shopping mall, which does not exist anymore. And this was the dog that literally was in the window. And I don't know if you know, there used to be a song, The Little Doggy in the Window. How much is the doggy in the window? The one with the waggly tail. So we always teased her that Scamp, that was the dog's name, was the little dog in the window. Anyway, she came home with this dog, and she had not talked to my parents about buying this. I guess she had mentioned, how she missed having a dog. But there was no serious conversation about having a dog. So this dog was a surprise. So I came home for that weekend, and so Mom and Dad were not too happy about it. I think they were happy to have a dog, but that she didn't ask for permission to bring home a dog. So I was like, okay, I'm out of here. Okay, I went ahead and got me some letters ready, and she named, this is actually a salt and pepper schnauzer. We have always had schnauzers. Our first schnauzer was also salt and pepper, and if you're familiar with the movie Lady and the Tramp, Tramp is kind of based on, I think he's supposed to be a mutt, but he was mostly based on a schnauzer, so if you've ever seen him, he looks kind of like that. At the end of the movie, they actually show like a Christmas tree, and they have some puppies. And so there's 3 little puppies that look like Lady, and then there's one that's a little bit like Tramp, only of course it's a puppy, and so it looks like a little miniature schnauzer. That is why we were fans. I always got the Scamp comic books when I was little. The same Crestwood Plaza at the dime store at Woolworths. I don't know if y'all remember those. So I cut this sparkly paper, red glitter paper, with some dies that I had got at a garage sale that does alphabet dies. And I could actually run them through my regular Big Shot, but I just use my plate. I don't use my platform. So it works great. Because I have tried cutting out the glitter paper with other dies. It doesn't work. I put these on here. And then the other story, because I think this was when I was taking care of it, because my sister got her while she was doing her internship in the summer. And then in December, right before Christmas, she went to Mexico to be a missionary. Figure out where I'm going to put all these things. So I cut these out of some cardstock that kind of coordinated. And these are some I got at the garage sale. These were actually harder. These are called Sizzliets. I had to really jury rig things. So I put it on my Big Shot thing and this. And then it wasn't thick enough. Because then if I ran it through with my regular platform, with the one extra platform you put in there was too thin. But that was too big. Then I had to put a little piece of cardboard under just to get it to work. So these were a little harder to use. Anyway, I used these. I got them at the same garage sale, I guess. Apparently the lady had been in this scrapbooking and used these Sizzix type things. I don't have too many stickers, so I thought I could bring this in. Let's see what size that is. We can kind of put it here. I'm just using these same things I use all the time. I call them mounting squares, photo squares. I started using those when I was in Creative Memories back in the 1990s. My aunt did Creative Memories, and that's what she taught us to use, so I always liked using those. So I think I got all these. I'm just going to be gluing these down. I'll put a list of all the products I'm using in the description below. Some of these will be affiliate links. They won't cost you anything extra to use, but I do get a small commission from any sales that the links generate, and that helps support my channel. A lot of these products are old, so there won't be a way, like the Echo Park is very old, so you won't find them. And of course, all these things I found at a garage sale, I'm sure they don't make them anymore. And I mentioned earlier this is part of a hop, so I'll put a list of everyone that's participating in the description below. Please hop along and check out all the other videos, and hopefully you can get some more inspiration of scrapbooking your pets, whether you have a dog, a cat, or maybe a fish, or whatever kind of pet you might have. Just get ideas for scrapbooking. You can easily change this to kids playing in the snow type of layout. You may not want to put woof there, but you could do the hot chocolate. There was hot chocolate stickers with this, so I know a lot of these collections have things like that. And maybe some sleds, snowmen. I used my Glossy Accents to add some embellishments from Love Hearts Sparkletz from Buttons, Galore, and More, and they're just some red hearts. And I glued on some turquoise colored sequins. I want to thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, please give it a like. And if you're not already a subscriber, I'd really appreciate if you could subscribe to my channel. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.